Hiya, welcome to this week's episode of Word Up with my good friend David Doherty-Jebb, aka DDJ.
DDJ.
We've had a brilliant episode.
I'm still sweating a bit from laughing.
Yeah, me too. I think I need to take my inhaler. But we hope you enjoy this. We're just doing a wee opening here to let you know to subscribe to our Patreon if you can. If you can. It's only £1, or you can give a wee bit more if you can afford it, if you're a wee bit bougie, do you know what I mean?
Only a pound.
Only a pound. And also, we're going to be together next week. If you're watching this when it's been released, we are together next week in Downpatrick in Murphy's Bar.
Oh,
It's going to be a gig, Sadie. We're going to roar and titter and laugh. What date's that, the 18th?
Wait till I tell you. It's going to be on the 18th.
It's going to be on the 18th, guys.
Roll on down, folks, to, what's the name of the bar again?
Murphy's Bar.
Murphy's Bar in Downpatrick. Roll on down to see Bronagh and special guest David Doherty-Jebb.
Babe. And I'm going to be in Derry in the Brickworks on the 30th as well, which is going to be fantastic.
Who's with you in Derry?
Do you want to come up? Do you fancy coming up to Derry?
On the 30th?
Peter Reid Davidson.
Peter Reid Davidson, who is very funny. Very
He's
good.
very, very funny, but
good writer.
I think we could do with another.
Another week. Is that your... When's your last?
That's my last show.
That's the last show.
Grab them now, folks. There's only tickets left for Downpatrick.
Downpatrick and Derry. Derry.
Yo, we love you loads, and I hope you enjoy the episode.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hiya.
Welcome to episode 50-something of How to Speak the Queen's English. You all right there?
Pip, pip.
Pip, pip, darling.
This is Alexandra Palace.
Oh, yes!
This is
That's exactly what
British Broadcasting Corporation, Alexandra Palace. Now,
Alexandra.
watch with Nanny.
You silly daddy.
Hello, Andy Pandy. Hello,
children. He's waving with his feet.
Hello, children. Now, tell the servants to get out of the room and get back to work, or you'll tell Mum that they've been drinking the brandy.
Make me a jam sandwich, you peasant.
Make me a jam sandwich, or I'll tell them that you were sleeping in the drawing room.
Sleeping with who, darling?
Sleeping with the butler
I
in the
watched an
drawing
episode
room.
of CBeebies. You're going to get this, right? So CBeebies, you can learn a lot from CBeebies. But there was this wee segment where it was like, go and get a grown-up or what have you, and it was all about, like, talking...
Go and get a grown-up. Imagine if that was us when we were
the
go and
90s,
get
you'd be
where? Where am I going to get a grown-up? My ma's working with ass in the pub.
and I don't know where my dad is.
I have not enough money for a taxi to get down to the pub to get my dad.
Go and get a grown-up. Who's fucking doubting here?
Well, hold on.
Me with the latchkey kids.
I think your wee woman next door, I think she might be in. Or...
But you're only meant to go to her if it's a total emergency. She talks to everybody.
And you have to leave. Did you remember going in and having... Because we didn't... This is another tangent. Whenever we were young, we didn't have a phone. We didn't have a house phone.
Right.
And I would use next door neighbours, and Mummy would give me 50p to put on her wee. Do you remember people had like a wee phone table?
Yes.
It was like a wee shelf.
Either in the corner or the one with the wee seat in it.
We
had a drawer. You had the wee phone table with no phone.
With no phone. We had the wee phone table
All table, no phone.
Because my dad had like to put up this like, big massive bill, and BT like barred us, so like we didn't have a phone.
Do you know my ma had a bar on the phone? Do you remember you used to have a bar on the phone?
But how did you get round it? I know what you're going to say.
Right, you watch your ma one day and you look, because that's before the hash key was. It was the pound sign. Do you remember star hash?
Yes.
Right, so our bar used to be star hash 4782 hash, right, to take the bar off. But then the fucking thing was, I didn't know how to put it back on again. So it used to be, Mommy, I think you forgot to put the bar. Or if she goes, there's no fucking, did you take the bar off? And you used to go,
Mummy, I wouldn't know how to do
no,
that.
I don't know. Do you know what the worst about it was? It cost more to put a fucking bar on your phone than it probably did for the phone call.
Do you know how Peter got round it? 1471.
1471.
Did you know it's the last number you dialed?
Yes, that's right. There was a one.
That was
but you do 14713.
14713.
So if you get them to phone you. But see...
But he would do that because that was like the last number you phoned. So obviously you put it in and you put the bar on. So then you put 147. So that was the last number you dialed was the bar.
Yeah.
So he took the bar off.
Get away.
And Peter had worked that out.
Fucking right. Daddy's at the bar and then he puts a bar on the fucking phone before he goes.
But you were going to say, see, babies.
See, babies.
We're going to try and make us ADHD late tonight.
Yes, we'll try. We'll try.
I can't promise nothing.
We can promise nothing at all.
I can't promise nothing.
But yeah, CBeebies had this episode where it was like, you know, you go and you learn things from like your granddad or whatever, or your daddy. And there was one and it was like, you know, Jeffrey's daddy is taking him to his old family home, right? And it was a fucking castle, right? Jeffrey was a lord, right?
Jeffrey, Viscount Jeffrey was being taken by his father.
And it was all like, yes, Jeffrey, and when I was a little baby, I used to play in here, and had all these like hidden passageways. But there was one
peasants like hanging off the ceiling like that
still
because they hadn't paid the rent on their farm.
Yeah.
You know?
They only told me the right way up last week, dude. But then it showed you like the Queen's. There was this woman and she used to work for the Queen, and she was like the Queen's. Like it wasn't a nanny; she was a cook in one of the castles in Scotland. And she said, I will make you the sandwiches just how Queen Elizabeth liked them. And all I ever think of now is the Queen didn't even eat a square sandwich.
Right.
So they would make it obviously with the best of jam and the best of freshly baked bread. And then
Bon maman.
Bon maman.
Bon maman. You can get it that's the dear one you get at Tesco.
No, it's probably the Queen eats Fortnum & Mason's jam. I can tell you that officially. But so then she would get, you know, one of those wee cookie cutters, cut them into pennies, and they would call them like jammy pennies.
Jammy penny.
I'll have a couple of jammy pennies, please, Nanny.
That sounds like a euphemism, doesn't it? She's on our jammy penny.
She's on our jammy penny. Yeah. Pulled it out and it was all jammy.
Oh, jeez,
her penny.
Like, don't be talking to her. She's on her jammy penny. She knows she's
no,
like.
Jesus Christ. Absolutely.
She just crosses two sticks, but she's on her jammy penny.
Crosses two sticks?
Did you never say that?
No, we never said that.
She just crosses two sticks.
She just crosses two sticks. Oh, fuck, she's like a red flag table.
She's like a red flag, she crosses two
You'll
sticks.
be like a red... Do you know, speaking of the... What are you laughing at?
I'm not using but I'm trying to put context.
Oh, right, I was
He's
like...
crying because he's put his contacts in.
Put his wee contacts in. He's a gig. Sean's sitting there like this.
No, don't try to be putting in your contacts if you're laughing at something.
Don't say anything funny for the next 4 to 5 minutes.
4 to 5.
How the fuck many eyes do you have?
You don't put
3.
You don't put one on.
Very good.
You don't put one on that one, Sean. It's only for the two in your head.
That doesn't need to say anything. Do you know
I've
what
had
I'm
food in my
saying?
head now and again.
You don't
It's
look
I see. Oh, what's that bit from Time Warp?
Time Warp.
They see all. Was it another dimension?
Oh yes, the Time Warp. Yeah, the song. Hold on, I need to put my. Do you know whenever you? I don't know why this is desperate. Like, but you triggered me there whenever you were talking about that feeling when the neighbours come. You know they're going to have a party.
Aye.
And we were talking about phones because I remember this time whenever I was a kid that we were all sleeping one morning and my ma took a terrible temper because she got the bill through the door for the phone. And I still to this day don't know who it was, but one of the girls, it wasn't me, I couldn't operate a fucking phone. I had no friends at the phone. But one of the girls must have been ringing and
a boy.
I don't know who it was. But I remember laying in the bed and she was screaming, how the fuck am I supposed to be? This having two fucking hippies to rub together.
Having 2D to rub together.
Having 2D, having a pat the patient or a window to throw it out.
Can't afford to pay attention.
I fucking love that. I love that. But yeah, so she went mad and I just remember being curled up in my bed going, I'm only 5, there's no way she can shout at me. Do you know what I mean? But the anxiety was hanging out of me. But then I heard, but you know what the best about it was? My sister had her mate staying over at the time, so she was fucking
so she got
privy.
the full
she was
2 balls.
Yeah, the fucking phone in your stupid fucking friends.
Would your mummy do this here? Bet you wouldn't run your mummy's phone bill up, would you?
Oh my God. I left a friend home before and she was drunk and she was like, look, how come Bronagh can go out for the night and she doesn't get drunk? And I was like, I'm just really good at fucking head.
Part of my neurodiversity means I'm really good at masking Mrs. Murphy.
Yes, absolutely. I'm good at acting sober.
I'm good at acting, so I already had 2 Doherty-Jebb.
2 Doherty-Jebb. Do you know how you would know I was drunk though? Because I would overcompensate.
You'd be too good.
So then I would speak really well. And my sister would be like, "Oh, here's snobby Bronagh. Danny, what? She's had a fucking drink. It wasn't. It was being snobby.
She's had 10 drinks, so she's like,
no, Lorraine, I don't want to. I haven't had a drink. Coming from an alcoholic or
with the eyes closed,
alcoholic.
you have to close your eyes so that you can concentrate and stand.
I don't even know why you would assume that I have had a drink.
I am not.
You could set your fucking breath on fire.
I am not inebriated.
Yeah.
And I take umbrage.
I take umbrage.
At the very thought.
At the very.
Do you ever do that?
Consumption of it. Presumption.
Do you ever do the thing where you're talking when you're drunk and you go, and you fall asleep half in the minute. Listen, I just want to get chips and go home and get a taxi home.
Or do you ever see whenever you're talking to somebody and they're drunk and you go to pick up when they left off and they go, like, this has happened to me before with somebody and they've went, just gonna get, like, I want a curry chip. Do you know what I mean? And you go, so a curry chip? What the fuck are you talking about curry chips for? Do you know what I mean? You go, you were talking about curry chips?
No, you. What?
Yeah. What? Do you know what if I ever smoke the devil's lettuce, I do this thing where, like, I feel like my brain and my mouth are out of sync. So I'll think of something really, like, that I want to say, and then by the time I've said it, it's 2 hours later and they're on a completely different conversation.
You're like a fucking badly dubbed karate film.
Absolutely. Like Eurovision. That's once they get to Estonia.
That's it.
Do they out there?
My cousin.
We're over to Estonia.
Yeah. Yes! Oh my god. Yeah. That's right. Yes.
Oh, yes, we are thanking you for a wonderful evening. And the songs were wonderful. This is the results of the talent jury.
England, nil point.
England, nil point, you Brexit dicks.
Yes. I loved the Brexit whenever that happened. Didn't love Brexit. But
I love Brexit.
I loved whenever it was Lent, like 2 days after.
We give up being European.
We give this year for Lent, I'm giving up the right to visit 32 other countries.
I know. Somebody says to me, Brexit's a bit like cancelling your Sky subscription, but then wanting to, like, make a subscription for every single channel individually.
Oh my God,
I mean?
yes.
Like,
but you know what? There's no better flex than having an Irish passport whenever you're going to Spain and everybody else is standing in the queue. That's why, like, regardless of whether or not you identify as British, be honest, get yourself an Irish passport.
There was a time when we were going to France and coming in, like, the queue for the fucking British passport was, like, round the fucking corner, and the European one, it was just like,
it's a fine time to be Irish, lad.
Through the week, you like the one that
Nicole has a British passport.
Stop it.
Who?
Nicole had a British one.
So we're like, oh, for fuck's sake, we're going to have to both stand in
He
a
was
freaking
going,
queue.
had you?
And I'll get you.
Nah, you're alright. I just
you're already eating a baguette and she still hasn't get into the country yet.
I'll get you un Starbucks whenever I get on the other side.
Un Starbucks.
Un frappuccino.
I love the way you can stick un in front of anything. Do you know half the time it does work? I was sitting in Spanish class before and my teacher went, chances. She used to call me chances because I got 3 chances before I could fuck out of class, right?
What do you say to taking chances? What do you say? I don't know why I did like Barbara Streisand singing Celine Dion.
What did I just, how you say, and I can't even remember what word it was, and I just stuck an O on the end of it and she was like, very good.
She was raging.
I loved her. I loved that teacher.
You hear people from Gibraltar speaking. So whenever they speak English, it's a little bit like, like somebody doing, like, trying to look at Dick Van Dyke English accent, like Mary Poppins.
We were talking about this last week. Yeah.
Mary Poppins. Oh, I never. And then they talk like this, and like, so they were sitting. I was listening to this woman behind me, and she was like, "Yes, it is not fair. It's SOS un discrimination." Like, there's a Spanish word that is discriminación.
Discriminación.
You just say that, and then he was like, this phone is very good because then I can just solo tengo que dar esto, estoy llamando a mi madre. And I was like, what's all going on here?
Are you
they just put it all, like, it's all mixed. It's
a mix between both.
It's so weird.
You will get this, actually. I reckon you'll be I was talking last week to Luke McGibbon about, do you ever see expats that live here?
Like from
England? Well, I say expat, I mean, I suppose they're still in the UK, yes. But do you know, like, British people who have been living here for a good long while?
Yes.
And usually, like, ex-soldiers or whatever. And they have this way of talking.
My daddy was like that.
Talk like us with a little bit of a twang.
What's the crack?
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
I've been living here for ages. I don't understand why you want to egg my car.
And they're all like...
Do you know what I mean?
It's the roly Northern Irish
Yeah.
accent.
Did your old dad talk
My
like
old
that?
dad talked like that there
I don't know
for
why
the years that he was here.
so far away. Whenever he was here.
Whenever he was here, I don't know
Then he
why
fucked off.
talks.
I know, now he probably...
Look at the fucking bit of chalk.
I know.
Did if your parents were away out and you had an auntie, mate, and and you says, "Where's my mum, mate?" What did they say?
She ran away with a soldier.
Yeah,
That must be a Catholic thing.
ran away with a soldier.
It is. She ran away
Where's
with a
my mum,
soldier.
Ran away with a soldier. Where's my dad? It's way to talk to a man
Man
about
about a dog.
Well, I was just everybody. She's really talking about a man about a dog, and I was always thinking, "Oh, fucking
No,
get
it
a
was
new
my
dog."
dad. Where's your dad? Don't talk about him in front of mummy.
Who's your dad? Who's your dad? That's a better question.
That is a better question. Who's your dad? Say, who's your dad?
And there's only one wee woman up the road that'll maybe sometimes offer to tell you when she's drunk.
Aye.
If you want to know who your dad's, love.
You just come and talk to me.
I remember him. You look awful like him.
Yeah, the top of it.
When you're like that, you're a creepy old bastard. You need to stay the fuck away from
I
me.
know from Tilder.
So you need to just in general.
You think your dad spat you out of his mouth, so you wait.
Oh, did you hear that?
Do you remember
Looks
that?
like I always thought that's rotten. I remember like being really annoyed at my nana
What's
because
going on,
she says, did you say this in Belfast? Here, well, you don't take after your aunt in America.
No.
It's basically like a Lurgan version of the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
You don't take far from your... What is it?
Well, you don't take after your aunt in America.
I love it.
And I thought that this was like a real... I was like, have I an aunt in America? I was like, fuck, if I have an aunt in America, maybe I could phone her. And
I could go to
maybe
America.
I could go run away and live with her instead of this fucking shithole.
I know.
Wait, Aunt Teresa, fuck
Aunt
us all.
Teresa,
You
maybe.
used to all live in fucking hope that one day somebody would phone your house and go, it's the hospital.
We've made a mistake.
Grave mistake, and you actually come from a family that lives in, I would even take Holywood over Lenadine.
The Prince and the Pauper.
Yeah, do you know what I
People
mean?
who summer in Saint-Tropez.
Yeah,
To people who
something like
use the
that.
word summer as a verb.
Yeah.
Yes, we summer there. Yes. Oh, it's summer in Saint.
We summer in Saint-Tropez.
Non-contactable at that time, I'm afraid. We
No.
like to go off grid.
It's great, not great Wi-Fi, but it's a boon. It's a boon.
It's a boon.
It's a big absolute
You can
boon.
still use it all you want, but it just doesn't sound as good when you say Carnlough or Newcastle.
We summer in Bangor.
Cranfield. Did you do Cranfield?
What's Cranfield?
Cranfield was like a wee caravan park.
Oh, really?
It's a wee caravan Cranfield.
Oh.
Because everybody's like watching this and knows Cranfield. Please do put where it actually is. Like it must be Cranfield. It must be in County Down.
Cranfield just sounds like it's up a road from Lisburn. Like
Probably is.
It sounds like a nursing home.
It
Cranfield.
does actually. We're putting
Or like a wee fold.
The
Grandis
Dunleven,
gonna
the Dunleven
Cranfield.
retirement home.
Yeah, what is it? The fucking God's waiting room.
God's wait, done given a shit.
Done giving a fuck about
Done
this
giving a
life.
fuck about love.
Did you ever get it? You know the way you're saying you didn't.
Maybe
love-
next birthday I'll get the sweet embrace of death.
Yeah, just waiting for my last gas.
I'm just sick of this. You're all having a good time and I'm sitting over here and manning all my pains.
I was hoping that was my last one. Or is it not?
My brother, when he wasn't allowed to swear, but like the worst, he was telling Anna to shut up.
Right.
And the worst thing he could think to say was like, "Shut up, you and your big painy legs." Because Nana would always be like, "Oh, the pains, my pains."
The pains and the
My
legs,
pains.
the all good aches
See if you
and
had
pains.
pains like me, oh, you wouldn't be jumping about like that.
Do you ever get whenever they go, oh, you'll miss me when I'm dead? Do you remember that? Like my
Miss
mum
when I'm
would.
dead.
I used to know all about it if I was dead.
What
And
did you do there?
And a fucking christening.
I don't miss you now.
Or a wedding.
Do
It's like
you-
everybody's happy and it's like, actually, I won't be here.
I won't
Do
be
you
here, but probably
do
not
you
see
reject
another one of
Satan
these.
and all his works? Ah, you can reject them all you like, but what you do when I'm not here?
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
You'll have to reject his works on your own, for I'll not be here to help you reject them.
I will be one of them. I am already one of them, Maz.
What do you do whenever I'm dead
I
and
go
buried?
like, Do you know where's kids? Because all we used to get was, we did get a dinner every night, but my mum goes, do you know where's kids out in that street don't get a dinner every night? There's kids out in that street get sent to the chippy if they're lucky and they get it. And I used to go, I'd fucking love to be one of them kids.
And
get
I
sent
want a
to
chippy.
Yeah.
Oh, but did
You're
you
doing
not realise
surveys.
that kids were getting sent to the chippy all the time? It's because if they were getting sent to the chippy every single night, it's because their man and dad was scumbags who weren't like fucking making them their dinner. And whenever I was wee, I did realise that.
Yeah,
Should have
I
been.
didn't,
And
but
like,
my kids
chippies were a treat.
were a treat.
Aye.
Friday night, right? My granny'd go, right, go down, get us and scallops, and used to get scallops, which aren't scallops, obviously, fish. It's
No.
scallops is a fried bit of potato and batter.
Oh yes.
That's a peasant scallop.
Oh, that
Do you know
sounds
what I mean?
lovely though.
Oh, fuck, they were great.
Loads of salt and vinegar.
All over. But no, my granny had
Gravy.
specific instruction.
Pacific.
Specific
She had
instruction.
specific
She
instructions.
would stay there, right? And you had to get the plain loaf. You know, a plain loaf,
Well, like
a big square loaf,
like a big
nutty crust.
nutty crust, yes. Big pan loaf.
She would butter all the loaf and then put out all the plates, right? And she would go, make sure now you don't be getting the vinegar on them. Don't be letting them put vinegar
Don't be
on
letting
them.
them.
We've got vinegar here. And if you put vinegar on them, it just makes them cold and soggy. But she was fucking right.
I love chip shop vinegar.
You can buy it though.
No, but you couldn't do it in them
bad
days.
days.
And then
Bad
what
Everything, I'm gonna have to put
Moan
that on
says,
there,
they
'cause
put too much salt and vinegar on it. They just throw it on.
I remember
Yeah,
mine
go
now.
put her own
Throw
on.
salt and vinegar on your cheesy chip.
On your cheese.
Yep.
No,
granny-
not in Carnog. They were cultured with it. You know what I mean? It was measured.
It
Oh,
was,
really?
It was,
Yeah.
you know, like the thing you have on the optics and the vodka in the bar. They had that on their vinegar.
On their and that's just the right amount.
That's just our
Do you
right
know,
amount. Hey.
like, do you see, did you ever get the sarcastic comebacks? Because you reminded me of it there whenever you said you don't, well, tell you what, you don't take after your aunt in
Don't
America.
take after Aunt America. I thought we must have thought for about 15 minutes. I was trying to say, who is she? You have no Aunt in America. It's like, well, why did you bring her up then?
Why give me hope?
Why
you
give me hope that I
fucker?
can get
You
that?
and your old fucking painful legs.
I have my fucking bag packed.
I know.
I'm going nowhere.
Leaving for America.
Did you ever pack your
My
bags?
wee sunglasses at 10 and a wee scarf right in my neck. I'm going to LA.
Did you ever used to want to put? I always thought that if you were running away, you had to have a wee stick with a wee bag on.
Yeah.
It, like the littlest, you know. Well, until tomorrow, I'll just. My ma got lost before, but and Curtis started singing that song. Now every time she's going home, we go until tomorrow. I'll just keep driving around because she got lost. Drove around the country for about 5 hours and rang everybody crying whenever she got sick.
I'm running out of diesel.
I'm running out of diesel. I don't know where the fuck I am. Some old doll gave me directions and she told me to go left, right, and then past the statue. I don't know where I'm fucking at.
If you get to St. Dominic's Church, you've gone
You've
too
gone
far.
too far. You'll see a wee child with a wee squinty eye picking his nose. See if you see him, you'll know it's a Thursday and you're in the wrong place. Right? You need to know.
Here, getting lost going on a road trip like years ago was fucking scary.
I know.
No,
You didn't have
because-
sat nav.
Yeah.
And you're
Because I was in the boot. Like,
Do you remember you used to ask to go in the boot?
I used to sit in the boot. They used to take the parcel shelf off and I used to sit in the boot.
And with your duvet and a big bottle of Country Spring.
Oh no, because it was like the summertime we had about doing this here. So like I thought it was great sitting in the boot, but it really wasn't because I was like fucking dead of dehydration because the sun was
Yeah.
coming through the back windscreen, and I was like sitting in the back of the boot. Fucking.
You get out, you go, who's that wee African child in the boot?
Do you know what I mean?
It's our David, he's fucking burned.
Do all the wee aliens in Cocoon after took all the goodness out of the pool?
Yeah.
It looks like you've been visited by a
visual.
fucking like the mentor.
He's been given the kiss of death.
We drunk water overnight.
I can't. I just.
I've no swallow.
I don't know.
I've no swallow.
No swallow. Did you remember you used to get the big 3-litre bottle of Country Spring? You could get apple.
Oh,
fit,
aye.
and it was massive, and see, you'd get fucking biceps lifting it. And then by the time
Spring, that was a
everybody had a
godsend
swig
to
out of
fucking
it,
poor
you were like
families, wasn't it?
fucking eating everybody's sandwich out of the bottle. Or there you have 3 litres of Country Spring and man need to go to the toilet. Fucking Country.
Shout out to Country Spring. Sponsored by Country Poor Families. Sponsored by Country Spring since 1987.
The first time I ever had anything fizzy was a Country Spring.
If you ever want a fizzy drink with a bit of corned beef on it,
There, that's your brand.
Tuna and
Oh,
onion.
do you
Country
remember?
Spring apple with tuna and onion. Ding ding-a-ling. Oh, Jesus. Half a digestive biscuit.
Oh, it's just
It'll give
slabbers.
you the book.
Do you like what you got
Slabbers.
to the bottom of it?
Remember,
I
my
think
granddad used to go,
I
"Don't
give myself the book. I've given myself
My
the
granddad
book.
used to let you take a drink. Remember the glass bottles you got off the lemonade, man? See if you thought you were drinking it for too long, he'd hit you in the back of the head and go, "That's enough." And you fucking chip your...
With the manner
Chip your
man.
teeth in the
You
bottle.
just called him the main man. We called him the
main man.
manner man.
Do you know my ma got traumatised from that though? She came in and do you know Milkman's Orange?
Oh, I love milk.
Ah,
Man's
great.
Orange.
Used to come in the milk bottle. She took a big glug in it before and it was my granny had put the fucking chip fryer, chip pan.
Oh!
Jesus
What was
Christ.
your granny cooking that it looked like fucking, or I looked like Milkman's Orange? Oh, I elbowed it in the head.
My esophagus actually
Actually contracted. Oh no!
I have too much swelling.
I think we can. I have too much swelling now.
Did you know this is all
I'm too much swelling. I'm too much swelling. I'm drinking. Oh
This is
no!
very relevant to our word of the week, actually.
Relevant.
Relevant, right?
Oh,
because
dear, oh.
country spring.
Country spring.
I will give you an example, actually, that's going to make this so easy.
Right.
Country spring was Ersatz Coke.
Yeah. So it's kind of like Ersatz is kind of like it's not the real version.
It's a substitute,
It's a
usually
substitute.
a lesser one.
Yeah.
And
Ersatz.
it's used in English, obviously, and we've incorporated it into the English dictionary now. But its origins were in German.
It looks like a German word because
It's a
there is a
German
T and a Z together.
I love it when you do a German
Es gibt ein T und ein Z zusammen.
Zusammen.
Zusammen. I think that means together, if I
Together?
remember. Zusammen.
Zusammen.
Alle zusammen.
It's Bronagh, it's David zusammen. I don't
ja.
know that. You looked at me there like, no.
No, you'd say
That was really polite.
No, wir sind hier zusammen. We're here together.
Wir sind hier zusammen.
Ja.
It sounds like somebody's posh sandwich. We don't get tuna and onion, we get salmon.
Wir haben kein Tuna in der Sandwich.
So like people would make coffee from things like ground up hazelnuts and stuff like that during the war.
Well, because
And
it
it
kind
would
of
be
like, do you remember like,
Ersatz.
because Hitler kind of wanted to like be self-sufficient as Germany. Like he built a whole lot of good roads. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't mean like a broken clock still
So did
tells
the
the
Irish.
time.
The Irish built
Aye,
the best road.
but we built them in England.
Aye,
We
we
didn't
didn't
build
build
them
them
over in Ireland. That's where we fucked up.
It's where they say like a shoemaker's child is never shoed. Do you know what I mean?
Has never fucking.
You come to Ireland, there's more fucking potholes than...
Fuck. And he wanted to, didn't he? Wasn't it acorns? He wanted to make coffee out of acorns.
Acorns it was. Yes, you got it right.
He wanted to make coffee out of acorns and coal out of like. He wanted to go like back to like peat and that's like kind
There's
of
nothing better than the peat fire. Though.
peat fire. I don't like a peaty whiskey, but I like a peaty fire.
Turf fire.
Torf.
Torf. Yeah, oh fuck, I just love the smell of it. It just takes me right back. So it does. So Ersatz, yes, is a substitute. Usually like a mediocre
Substitute
or inferior.
for love.
Substitute for love. So do you know the way, like, so Curtis actually does this thing in our house because I get slayed for buying Ersatz products.
But roller cola.
Roller cola.
Peter Kay, roller cola.
Yes.
Northern Irish roller cola.
Northern
is
Irish roller cola is
Freeway.
country spring.
Or it's Freeway.
Freeway cola. Yeah, it's like fucking 55p.
But does Freeway have a picture of two children in the countryside? Probably not.
All enjoying
Do you
themselves.
wasn't there children on the countryside on Country Spring? Like, do you like, but obviously drawn by somebody who'd never seen a child's face?
Yeah, like they looked a wee bit terrifying on the front of it. Like,
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm having a good time.
should actually put a picture of you on, in the back of your ma's car, like
Oh.
Dana Drew. Dana Drew. That's an our one. Dana Drew.
Oh, hair is wild. I've an
You can
awful
snap my tongue in half.
I've an awful droof.
I've an awful
a hair, my tongue stuck to the roof of my
I'm
mouth.
spitting feathers.
My mouth like Henry's flip flop.
Mouth like Mother Teresa's sandal.
In Spanish, did you say?
Have a mouth on me like a nun's fanny.
Mi boca es como donde donde Cristo perdió la sandalia. Where it doesn't flow just as well as ours, I don't feel.
No,
it's where
not at
Christ
all.
lost his sandal. Where Christ lost his sandal.
So is that what you say? Where Christ lost his sandal?
Tengo la boca como donde Cristo, donde Cristo perdió la sandalia.
And what does that mean?
I have a mouth like where Christ lost his sandal.
Oh, really?
It doesn't roll as well. I'm thinking
and it's
about
also like because I think really rather linearly. I'm like, did he lose his sandal?
Where's that?
I wonder, is there like
And
a wee
lo.
plaque there? Can we
And
go
lo,
see?
he lost his sandal.
And lo, he became Cinderella.
And lo, he lost his sandal, so he had 1 foot lower than the other.
Very good.
It's a half station of the cross.
A half station.
Where Jesus lost his sandal.
Yeah. Take off your shoes.
No! That's over that. You know, so Jesus Christ couldn't say Jesus Christ. He would go, me! Go over there.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
me.
None worse than like your slipper falling off on your way up the stairs.
Or you've been running. And
Yeah.
you run
Can I tell
out
yous?
of a slipper.
I
Yeah.
just feel like you've been spying on me because I bought this pair of pink fluffy slippers. I kind of do it on purpose now. I find the most ridiculous slippers because they really
Just to have.
turn Curtis off as well. He's like,
So you know, not poking you in the back
But
was...
but I love them too because they're fluffy and they make me feel like one of them wee dolls off like Coronation Street or something. And every single time it's happened at least once a night where I have ran up the stairs in the slippers and fell flat on my face. And he at one stage was in the downstairs bathroom and he went, "Oh, wish I could have fucking seen that." And then the next night it happened. So
We're
then
going to have to get Curtis on one day, just once, so that
Just
people know
once.
that you're not married to Dick Van Dyke from Mary Poppins.
yeah, totally.
Do you know what I mean? Like, we
Absolutely.
have to
and
get
he's
him
gonna
on.
love you for that, for pointing out that I do sound like Dick Van Dyke. But then
Bronagh!
he did see it at one stage, but the slipper comes off and all. Then you have to suffer the indignity of walking back down a few stairs to pick up your slipper and put it
guess.
back on again.
It always happens to me when I'm like halfway up the stairs with a fucking thing of washing. You know what I mean? So you can't do nothing about it.
Well, you can't
I
complain
don't
because
re-
you're a man that does washing, brings it upstairs.
I don't really like wearing slippers.
No?
No.
I need a slipper now.
I walk about in the house either in my sock soles or just bare feet.
I can't. I'm a slipper snob now.
Aye.
Once you go slipper, you never go back.
Like slippers make my feet feel sweaty.
Feel comfy.
But
See,
actually,
I-
you need a wee pair of light slippers. I have to have slippers with no back on them, and they're
Like,
like
proper grandla slippers.
yeah, and like,
Yes. Do you know,
see like the ones you wear in like a spa or something.
yeah.
Like the ones like the dog will bring you. You know, like
Yeah.
in these adverts where the dog brings the slippers.
See,
They're
Well,
not like
I-
two
I
big
have
fucking
to say,
penguins.
my lovely English family sent me. They're fucking brilliant with gifts. Like they send you the best of stuff, and they sent me a pair of UGG slippers.
Ugg slippers.
And I tell you what, I was walking about them slippers like Queen. I thought I was.
You thought you were no goat toe?
Oh, I swear, no goat toe.
I don't know. It means you think you're great.
I thought it was great.
Walking about,
I
swanning
was
about
walking
there like she was
them
no
slippers
goat's
going,
toe.
do you know these slippers are more expensive than any of the shoes I wear out in the street?
Do you remember Uggs were all the thing?
But see now the UGG slippers,
Uggs
they're falling apart.
Because you've not had them off your feet since.
I still wear them. They do actually look like anti
I haven't had them off my
But
feet.
yeah, Uggs are still all the thing in autumn.
Autumn,
I
because
love
like
my
autumn, remember Uggs and leggings?
Yeah,
Uggs and leggings.
Can't beat it.
It's like
I
the
still
mid
love it.
2000s,
I'm still the basic
early
bitch.
2010s. Uggs and
Uggs and
leggings.
leggings.
Uggs, leggings, and a big jacket.
All over it, yeah.
Mm.
And a cinnamon latte or like a fucking, do you know what I mean? If you want to
A
be
wee
a proper
s-
basic bitch.
I love
Pumpkin spice latte.
I went downstairs and I'm just saying that I went to the cafe downstairs and asked for an iced latte and they'd run out of ice.
Ugh.
How do you run out of ice?
For real, just make more
It's one of them
ice.
things you make real easy.
Get Elsa in here. Like, what the fuck? Do you remember you would go into the bar and ask for ice and they give you a bag of ice and then they fucking started charging you? Pound a bag? Cheeky bastards.
In the bar?
Yeah.
Not just put it in the...
Used to get,
Oh,
you know, 'cause
if you wanted to bring it home?
you bring it home.
Oh.
No, if you had to carry it.
Did I
Go
get...
get
Oh,
a bag of ice.
oh, hey, no, they would have never done that in
I
Lurgan.
used
You'd
to
have
go
had a
into the
bag.
ice machine, give people bags of ice, you know, they bring in, and then they were like, no, start charging for it. People would
Wait,
do.
I know my cousin had a bar in Lurgan, and my mummy would have worked in like on quiet nights. She could have done the off license to the side,
Yes.
and then she would have worked in the bar. And then
We off anybody ever go in the off license, buy themselves a couple of Guinness and just walk into the bar and go, oh, that's me, said.
or do you know, like, because mummy worked in that bar for so
Laurel Leaf
long
still
that
does it.
she knew like all the punters, and so
Yeah.
she had knew that like such and such a one didn't get his money until an odd day, so she wouldn't have let him. She wouldn't have give him more beer, for she'd have been like, I say, I know your wife's waiting for money.
Aye.
So she goes, that's enough for you
Feed on
today,
it.
Jackie. Do you know what I mean?
Feed
Like,
on
or
it.
whatever. Do you know what I mean? So she'd, and then, you know, or like,
Yeah.
you know, other ones should have gone, well, I let him put that on tick
Yeah,
because
you know he's got
on
he's
his
good for
slate.
it.
Aye, because he'll get his brew on Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday's brew day, really, isn't it? I used to get my
Thursdays.
brew on a Thursday. I only had brew for 6 weeks.
Thursdays or Wednesdays, I think. I think there's different, depending on like what your postcode is, you get it on a different day.
Okay.
I think they've got more organised now. But
did you ever be standing in the chippy or the Chinese or whatever and get asked given like a note and said go into the bar or go into the off license or
I used
whatever?
to go and get cigarettes
changed?
from a man.
Oh.
But the ones in the chippy, like the ones behind the till, used to be
Ask
like,
you to
do you
run
go in
in?
and get changed for us?
You must have looked honest. The one that gave me it.
See, I was a good wee child.
No, I wasn't.
So they all
I don't
knew
You
know
who
why.
my dad was, and they're probably afraid that I'd knock it.
But I did.
He would have knocked it.
They did turn around to me. One of the times someone's like, do you go in and get, like, it was a load of fibres or something they asked me to go and get. And I came back in. I just went into the shop next door and give them the whatever note it was. And they just handed me it back. I was fucking 10, you know what I mean? I wasn't, like,
Yeah. Good
I
on
went
sweet
in
child.
next door and they were like, there's a fiver missing there or something there. There's
Get away.
and I honestly, like, this day, I swear to God, didn't.
What was the name of the chippy?
It was Grant's Grill.
Was it Grant's Grill?
Well, Grant's Grill.
Shame on you, Grant's Grill.
And I got
We're talking
shouted at.
just. We're talking
Actually,
specifically to you.
I'll not have a bad word said about Grant's Grill, to be fair, because
They do the best chicken burgers.
They're fantastic, but
They do.
I-
Grant's Grill is fucking brilliant, actually. I haven't had a
but it
Grant's.
was. It was.
I would,
whoever
we would,
was
we would
working
like
in
a wee
the shop.
apology
Grant's
in the-
Grill, do you want to sponsor us?
in the form of 3
You
chicken
can have
burgers.
your name on this plaque.
I would like mine. I would like my free chicken burger with just lettuce and mayonnaise.
Well, we got Ersatz chippies sometimes.
We would have got
Where
Ersatz.
did it
What do
been
they call
like
them
you?
now? They call them something different. Fakeaways.
Takeaways, frozen fucking fish or pizzas. You know, we've got McDonald's in the house. Do you know what I mean? We've
I
got
love
chicken
though.
nugget. You have a chalk ice in the house. You don't need to go to
I
the
do like
ice
the
cream man.
Ersatz Cadbury's that you get out of Lidl.
Yeah.
I do like that chocolate. Or like I like Tesco's. I like Tesco's own Mars bars.
I like
better than
little
Mars bars.
See the cooking chocolate?
Twixes.
Good.
Oh, would you eat a cooking chocolate?
Huh?
Like, would you eat a cook? Like,
In
would you,
fairness, I'd eat anything that was chocolate. It wouldn't
I
matter
do love
if it
chocolate.
was fucking picked out of the bin. But you know, in our house, the Slag Me, they have like a thing where they'll go, if I buy something that isn't on brand, they just add ski to the end of it.
yeah.
So like, I'll buy like little Cocoa Pops and they'll go, oh look, Mummy got Cocoa Pop skis. Or like, you know, Kellogg skis, cornflake skis, and I'm going, aye, all right, Jusins. And do you know what they do now? I make a ham sometimes on a Sunday, and this is the epitome of them taking the piss out of Ersatz. I do a ham, so I'll buy like a smoked gammon
lovely.
or whatnot, or a big bit of ham, and I put like a diet cola
Yes.
in with it, honey, and then I
Yes.
stick loads of cloves in it.
Lovely.
And I put it in a slow cooker. But one day, whenever I I only buy the cheapest cola because there's no point in putting good Coke into it.
No.
So the kids come in and go, oh, look, Mummy's got the cheap Coke ski. And then I
Mummy got
was
the
like,
cheap Coke.
it's only for the ham. So now, whenever I'm making that ham, even I have started referring to it as, Mummy, what's for dinner? And I'll go, cheap Coke ham.
Cheap Coke.
Cheap Coke ham.
There's all the good cooks going up my nose.
How do you
Cheap
think I
Coke
did with
ham.
you?
I know, this is why Mommy drinks. I used to say it whenever I drank, which isn't
This
funny
is why,
now.
Mommy, which isn't funny now because they're all.
And they're all like,
It is funny still.
it is still fucking
It is
hilarious.
still funny. Hell,
Gags.
it's funny.
They don't even remember.
Alcoholism, it's funny.
Yeah.
Until it's not.
Until it isn't.
Until
Until it's happening to you or someone you love.
Yeah,
Everybody else, game.
Game. Don't mind. Just do like these people. It's like, you know, just like all mental health things. If you think I thought of just stopping,
Stop doing it.
just stop being depressed, stop being alcoholic,
Go for a walk.
go for a walk in the woods.
Go for a nice long walk. I feel like going for a nice long walk off the end of a fucking
like
very
going-
short cliff.
I feel like going for a walk behind your fucking coffin, Claire, because I'm going to fucking kill you for this stupid fucking advice. Because that's what you called the woman. That is what you called the woman. I went to this. Oh my God, it was the
Tell me.
worst. It was awful. So I am now seeing like a really lovely therapist. I think I've mentioned this before. She's really, really lovely and really, really good. But it took me like 2 years to get to that point through the NHS because it's fucking
Desperado.
rotten. It is really, really bad. You know, it's all very well, all these people going, just talk about it. To who?
Hey,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, you can't be like one of
It's
them nutters
okay
at the bus
not
stop.
to be okay. Just don't be.
Just don't- not- just not in front of me.
In front of me, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Just
yeah.
do it in your own house.
Just go not be okay over there.
There you
Do you know
go.
what I mean?
It's not, you're making me feel sad now.
Yeah.
So could you go away? But she was like,
Your
you-
mental health is affecting my mental health.
so she was like, you know, so how you feeling now? And I was like, well, obviously still not great because otherwise I wouldn't be doing this. And I could feel myself getting just like nippy. Do you know that way? Like I could feel myself getting just
Or as we say in our house, a wee bit pointy.
A wee bit pointy. I
think he was a wee bit pointy with me.
Pointed. I was
Yeah.
getting... Your tone is
You're
pointed.
very, very pointed right now.
You're very pointed right now.
Oh, is that where that comes from? Maybe because I always.
Isn't it RuPaul's Drag Race? Like Willem said to somebody, your tone's very pointed.
Like the set for
really?
like 2 minutes, just fully ranting in their face. Just went, your tone's very pointed right now.
Oh, really?
Like not even any comeback, just like.
And then a wee slur.
I
Like,
love
they
that.
all had like the cocktails in the can. Have you ever done this here? Before I go back to Claire, you ever done this here? Where you've made like you're holding your drink and there's like a big straw in it, and you've made like a quip, and you go to take a drink, and then you're like,
Yes, and it ruins the whole.
it ruins the
fucking
whole thing.
thing.
Fucking look at the state of her. She looks like a dickhead.
I know she looked like she's dropped an E
And you
before
look
she
like
said
some
that.
fucking seagull.
I know. Or do you know the worst time that ever happened to me was I made a very, very. This still haunts me. I was about 12, and there was this girl kept slabbering to me, aka arguing, slabbering.
You fucking slabbering.
And I remember I made the best point to her, right? And I was like,
And you have to do that with your head, don't you?
with your head, right?
I call it Ricky Lake neck.
Ricky Lake, yeah. Oh, I love it. No, Ricky Lakes are fakes. It's Ersatz shoes.
Oh, Ricky Lakes are shit.
You know, whenever you've got like Nikes off
they're
the
Ricky
Davis
Lakes.
catalogue, you go wear Ricky Lakes.
Nike Lakes.
Ricky Lakes, they're fakes. But I went I went, all right, so there, and I turned around to walk away, and it would have been such a strap. And I walked straight into a lamp.
Oh no, Bruno!
And I mean, my fucking.
Bronagh.
Do you know whenever your brain clatters? Like, I actually.
Actually saw Tweety birds.
I saw birds. I was like, and I just remember I had never run so fast up to my house. I ran up
Because
Bronagh.
you were
Hashtag
East
skundered.
Coast skundered, not West Coast skundered. West Coast skunders, isn't it? We've talked about this. West
Yes.
Coast tends to be annoyed. You're
Annoyed.
angry.
Scunnered.
Skundered. Whereas over here,
I was scundered.
Well, in Scotland, you
You
can
could
be.
have let a cigarette off my face.
You could have. In Scotland, you could a scunner. Like
A scunner?
a scunner is someone who's annoying.
Oh, really?
I said, right, scunner.
Oh.
But I was in this way.
tell me about Claire.
Way back, back to Claire. So I was sitting. She goes, "How you feeling?" I said, "Well, obviously not great, Claire, because you know,
I'm in fucking therapy.
I'm asking for therapy." Like, and she goes, "Like, if you just thought like exercise," and I was like, and I sort of went like this. I was like, "Claire, I don't mean to be cheeky or anything, but you are sitting there, kind of." Teaching your granny to suck eggs a wee bit. Like, do you think I've not tried all this? Do you not think this is why I'm here?
Yeah.
And I feel like you're standing in front of that computer just saying to me, computer says no.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm sorry you feel that way. And I was like, oh, do you know what? This is a waste of our time. See you later.
Yeah,
Nice walk.
cheerio.
She was,
Off you fuck.
her name was Claire.
Have you
It
ever?
was a fucking
Do you know?
pain in
I
the hole.
imagine whenever they say go for a walk, I see like Sound of Music. You know, like running about the hills, going ha.
Not like us here.
Yeah, I know. Do you ever try and? Do you know one way to guarantee to stop yourself from crying? Look in the mirror. You cannot keep crying when you see yourself in the
See your
mirror.
dick in the
you
mirror.
could be. Oh, it doesn't even matter. Like you. Now you look in the mirror and you go.
Say to me.
I don't know. It's just like your brain tells your face tells your brain to wise up.
Stop that now.
Do you know? Or do you ever do? Have you ever like tried to? Somebody shouted at you, or you've started crying while you were eating. It's the worst thing in the world because you're like, yeah.
And you can't taste it.
You have to keep it in your gob. You're going.
And big bits of it. Do you like when people are watching you chew? You can see big bits of mashed potato in your mouth.
Or do you ever see whenever like my ma, God love her, like she knows herself. She used to have such a temper, like, and I remember before I got the wrong order at the Jippy, and I said, "Mum, will go to Kelstar," and they gave me the wrong stuff. And I never forget, she went, well, like, what's that? Fucking pathetic excuse. You, Kelstar it, right? So it was my fault. And she just lifted the burger.
Isn't it so funny, though? You are saying that, right? There was one day.
When I got there, the fucking, like, that burger was molested. Like, that burger could have failed to fucking complaint with the police.
Dung dung, SVU.
It was beat the fuck, and she just
Dung, dung.
left. I tell you what, a NutriBullet could not have fucking blitzed that burger as quick as my ma did with her burger claws. Like,
And the bread and all.
She went, "Yeah, you're fine."
I was a time, my nana, just you saying that triggered me. And my nana, so nana had sat down, she must have made herself a wee, I don't know what she had made, she made herself a wee sandwich or something, there was a wee plate of food, she was sitting down to eat it. And we had a wee black toy poodle at the time, and the black poodle was sitting here, and I could see that she was about to jump. And we all thought that she was going to jump into my lap. So I went like this here, but no, she jumped over and she jumped into Nana's lap and sent her food offline. Holy fuck. You would have thought that I had burnt Nana's house down. You would have thought that I had...
You did that on purpose? You done that on purpose?
That was your fault! That was your fault! You should have knew where that dog was jumping. No. Shut up.
That's how that song was created, you know. Na 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 na. You spilled the food.
You spilled it. And then she lifted the plate and she threw it again on the wall like that. So instead of Joe just and it was all and then y'all had to sit like that there where she fucking sat off for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Hope she's done by Gladiators.
Oh fuck.
Hope she's done by Xena on Channel 5.
Or do you ever see whenever somebody makes you angry whenever you're eating and you really want to eat it but you can't because you have to storm off and make a point?
That is where that went down me like nails. That went down me. She's still fucking nails. That went down me like nails. But she, honest to God, she could have a tantrum like no other. It was that was your fault. There's a time as well, our Andrew was only a wee boy, maybe about 6 or 7, and he could see the Christmas crackers on top of her. He's like, Nana, I want to put a Christmas. No, son, no, they're for Christmas. No. And I was like, but, and then I was like, no, we're going to keep them for Christmas dinner. We're going to have our Christmas dinner. We're going to have a glass of slur, and then we're going to pull the crackers, and we're all going to laugh.
And you're going to enjoy it. You better not fucking enjoy it.
We're going to have the best Christmas ever. And you're all like...
Do you remember whenever there used to be so much good grub in the house before Christmas and you weren't allowed to fucking touch it?
The cupboard that went all in the larder or the cupboard or whatever it was, and you could see it and you were looking. You were sitting eating a fucking fish finger and you were looking big packets of Pringles and big glasses of Slur. You were drinking Country Spring and there was a big bottle of Splur.
And my granny would have done that. You used to get the Ersatz biscuits, and whenever you went, Granny, can I have one of them Viscounts? You go there for visitors.
Oh, bitch.
Visitors. Do you remember yo-yos? A yo-yo it looked like a big massive Viscount. And you could get them in toffee or mint or orange.
Yes! Oh, I forgot about yo-yos. I liked a yo-yo better than a Viscount because I'm going to be honest, whenever I was young, they were bigger, but also the mint Viscount tasted like being old.
Yeah,
to me.
What you mean.
Do you know what I mean?
Like the stuff your granny steeped her false teeth.
Like an after eight.
Like an after eight. It was this is the taste of being an adult. I want something tastier.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you mean. This is too mature for my palate.
I want, and I want.
I don't like nothing spicy.
I don't want potato dauphinoise.
Do you want pepper, Granny? Nothing spicy for me.
Not mayonnaise? No.
Too spicy.
That's too spicy. That Hellman's mayonnaise. Oh, I was sitting on the toilet for days.
Oh, you don't want to know I couldn't tell Barry and that was coming out, so couldn't you go please, Granny?
Curry, no, I couldn't eat that.
Oh, no. Oh, hey, is that foreign?
Is that one?
F-O-R-N, is that foreign? I couldn't eat curry. I remember taking our Andrew.
Portion of pineapple fritters.
A pineapple. We were talking about this last night. Pineapple fritters.
I haven't
or
tried
a banana
them in
fritter.
years, but it used to turn me. There was a woman come up to Ballymac and would just order an entire big plate of banana fritters.
I didn't like banana fritters. I didn't like pineapple fritters, but I liked banana fritters with the golden syrup on the top of them.
I've never eaten because do you know why? Once you fry them, they taste like bananas that have been in the house for weeks.
Oh, no.
I love it. I like when bananas are about to go brown, and then you get your toast, and then you butter your toast, and then smear it all over you.
Do you never get whenever Slimming World tells you that if you chop the banana and put it on your toast, it's free. But if you mash it up and put it on your toast, you have to sin it. It's a point. And I'm like, what the fuck do you think happens in your mouth?
Sense. And yeah.
You smash it up in your mouth.
You're not swallowing fucking whole chunks of
full of shit.
Like a banana.
Taking it like a fucking pill. Have to take
Shut up, your banana chaps.
Your banana chaps. We told my brother before he used to be dead funny about I don't eat pork, I don't eat that, and at one stage my stepdad told him that's not pork, they're turkey chops. And he ate them and he fucking loved them. I love them turkey chops.
I love them turkey chops.
Turkey chops.
Sure, my wee nephew, he used to say he was allergic to cheese, right? He say I can't eat cheese, so he wouldn't take cheese on often, and had to get cheese taken out of everything. Then he used to eat pizza. And I used to go, what's on your pizza? And he used to go, nothing.
No.
It's just a nut and
Ersatz
pizza.
cheese.
Ersatz cheese.
Cheesecake.
That's vegan cheese.
That's vegan cheesecake.
Cheesecake. Although you would
Dairy
probably
cheesecake.
say a lot of vegan stuff is ersatz.
Yeah, like
I
ersatz
like
beef,
oat
ersatz
milk
milk.
and stuff.
I like oat milk. I couldn't drink a glass of oat milk.
No. I tried to chill with oat milk the other day, thinking it would maybe help his wee eczema, and he took the way it takes a wee while to come through, and he went the whole face. Looked at me
What
as if
the fuck is this, mother?
And then do you know what he did? He went and
Bumped
just
it across
winged
the floor.
Winged it across the room.
Kids are very good at letting you know
Yeah.
when they don't like a thing.
When they don't like a thing, because they'll either throw it at you or puke it on you. That's the way to do it. Do you want to know what I wanted to say thank you very much to, who was it?
I couldn't find it on either YouTube or Patreon. Like,
Right, well, we've had a recommendation.
was it on Instagram or anything?
I think it must have been on YouTube. In fact, if you don't mind,
Or is it on an old episode?
will you cut this while I look for it? Because I'm nearly sure. Hold on. Will you remember to cut this wee bit out?
We sit like this here. And then whenever
Yeah.
you go back, I think
Oh,
continuity.
here, there's there.
Oh, did you get it?
The Vulcan.
The Vulcan?
Yeah, the Vulcan. So now we're being viewed by Lord of the Rings characters.
Is that out of Lord of the Rings?
I don't
yeah?
know, but it sounds like it is.
Sounds like
It
is,
sounds
doesn't
like
it?
what do you call that? No, Douglas
And
Adams.
did he say talk down?
Hitchhiker's
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I think it's is that from that? Is that what you
Yeah,
called?
Ford Prefect.
Is that what you
and
called
then-
the aliens that were coming to destroy the Vulcan?
It might have been actually.
Am I making that up?
Sounds like it.
So
Or
the
the
Vulcan has suggested for the name of the new segment where we talk about ways of putting people down without swearing.
Yes.
Because the podcast is called Word Up, it should be called Swear Down.
Swear down.
Swear down.
Swear down.
Swear
and,
down.
And we also
Swear
say,
down.
so the Vulcan, thank you to
Thank
the
you,
Vulcan, because you have coined the new segment, Swear Down.
Free
Swear
cup.
down.
Free cup for you. And I just ordered new cups. I ordered new mugs there, and I need to give one for Bernie. Yeah.
Well, here you can see Bernie's going to see you tomorrow.
Is she?
Aye,
Is Bernie coming to Lisburn?
says indeed.
Oh, happy days! And by the
Lisburn.
Lisburn, but I'll bring her a mug if they're done. Do you know? Swear down is actually a brilliant one because
is.
we say that over here.
I usually would probably say that more down in Belfast. Swear down.
Swear down meaning like I promise you.
We would say swear to God.
Swear to God.
Swear my mass
Aye.
grave.
Swear down.
I say swear to God.
I say
I
swear.
don't
I
say
would
swear
say
down.
it too, but
Swear my
I would hear
It's a newer. I think
Young'uns.
it's a younger. Like swear down.
swear down.
Is that like
It's-
Bible? Do you know like the Kardashians?
Yeah, it sounds like an
Bible.
American thing to me.
Yeah.
It
Like,
does.
But
yeah,
young people
no
do
cap.
Yeah.
be saying it.
What does no cap mean?
I'm not lying. No, it's
Oh right,
not lying.
like no cap. But
Yeah.
where does it come from? We need
Don't
to know
know.
this. Well, look it up in the Patreon. So subscribe to the Patreon if you haven't. So swear down.
Swear down.
Swear down, yo.
I think you need it. You need to do that.
Love it. Swear down. Swear down is where we're teaching you how to swear to people without actually swearing. Insult them.
So the word is odiferous.
The word is
The word of today is. You know that guy who does like a similar thing? What's his name? You know the guy who was in. His name's Mark and he talks like this and he's got an Instagram that does something very, very similar.
does he?
And he does this. He goes, today's word is odiferous.
Oh
And
really?
so, but it's like a wee tiny. What's the guy? He was the receptionist in Celebs Go Dating.
Right. Oh right.
Do you know how I'm
yes.
talking about it? The curly hair.
Yes.
It's quite good looking
yes.
and it's very nice too.
Very very nice.
Very nice too.
Stiff upper lip.
Today's word of the day is odiferous. And he's odiferous. So
You sounded like Michael. Sheen there whenever
Michael
he's
Sheen.
doing
is there a feel?
yes.
Is there a feel from
Sounded
Good
like
Omens?
Judge
From
Rinder.
Good Omens. Oh, Judge Render.
Judge Rinder, I find it's more. He's really
Yeah.
campy. Odiferous. So I think it's got something to do with smells,
It is
like
Yeah.
carrying a nice smell
Yes.
or carrying any smell.
A smell.
Because IFER is like so if it's. So it's in Latin, it's like a word that carries something like Lucifer is light bearer, light carrier, bringer of light. So odor, something that carries an odor, odiferous.
Yes, you're
So but it's so.
Right. So it often now I would like to preface this with odiferous can be used in a positive way. So you could say, the odoriferous flowers. But it is more likely to be used when associating it with a malodorous
Someone
smell.
who's stinking.
Yeah.
Someone who's Latin.
There's more life on them than there is in them.
He is Latin.
Oh, swear to God. The fucking flies button stick to him.
Flies are jumping off him like we people off the
Jesus Christ.
Titanic. Fucking look at him.
That's death. Soap dodger.
Soap dodging odoriferous prick.
Odoriferous. Yeah, exactly.
Fuck.
So it's like having a smell, especially an unpleasant one.
Odoriferous.
So like something can be like sulfuric and smelly. I would say they're rather odoriferous.
He's odoriferous.
The odoriferous man that get in my taxi every day.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Odoriferous. Do you ever, like, I remember whenever I worked in Gap, fall into the Gap. I remember I worked in Gap years ago, and this woman came in and she's like, I've lost all this weight and I want to get myself, a nice wee pair of jeans. I said, come on ahead, love. And whenever she got into the changing room, that was grand. And I said, just you tell me, what size are you? And she told me her size, and I went and I got her a whole lot of pairs of jeans and things and brought them over. And she came out with her first pair of jeans on, and her feet,
oh God,
her feet were odoriferous till the max.
Seriously?
Do you like wee vinegar feet? Do you like wee?
You can get a wee vinegar feet on a baby and it's not so bad.
No, it's not, because it's just because that wee baby's been nowhere.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
do you know what I mean?
I love the way people say that. Wee baby's been nowhere.
He's
Sure.
been
Sure, wee
nowhere.
baby's not dirty.
Wee baby's a clean thing. That's what they say whenever you come in.
Baby's not dirty.
Wee baby's a clean thing.
Even though they've broken shit all over you, and it's
You
still
know-
broken shit, but because it's a baby, you're like, oh,
It's
sure.
it's clean shit.
Yeah.
It is. What's not
Yeah.
not but nothing. Do you know what I mean?
But I'm thinking actually that was said whenever somebody came in pregnant and told their ma, and the ma was raging. Then somebody else would come in and go, sure, wind your neck, and a wee baby's a clean thing. It'll be a blessing.
But you even like, I know this sounds gross, but you even like the wee milky bulk.
I love the
I do
that
think
sounds
it has a
terrible,
wee
but they have a
smell that's
wee-
nice.
Yeah, like
I don't know. You're having
Yeah.
all that there just now.
spew.
Wee-
There's a wee sweet smell to his shit.
Yes, it smells like sort of like whenever you've left beef out and just for like
Yeah.
a wee bit, like
Like it's
minced
not.
beef.
Although sometimes baby shit is, like when it's gone all up their back, and you're like, oh
Back
my
attack.
word, what have you been doing?
Punami
It's a punami.
all day long.
But yes, this wee woman's feet. She wasn't even a wee woman. She was like
fucking old enough to know better.
She was older than me at the time, but I was like about 20. But I was so she went, and I was like, just you. I said, just you stay in the listen. You just stay in the room and I'll go and get them for you. You just
Yeah.
stay in the changing room for us. Like myself.
Preferably with your shoes on.
Could you just every time you put your shoes back on? But it was too late by then. Like the air had already become
Or had been
odoriferous.
impregnated with
See,
the odoriferous
in,
smell.
in primary school, I went to a very laissez-faire, like primary school.
Was it like one of those Montessori things?
It was the Irish school.
Ah.
So like
right.
it was like secular and like very hippy dippy. So like they didn't really give a fuck that much about like the
You're allowed to
uniform
call
and
your
nothing.
teachers by their first name and all.
You can call your teacher by first name.
Oh.
Like you
Like, I
could
really
wear
like that.
tracksuit bottoms and gutties and all in the like
Why?
thing.
That's
It
okay.
should be like that.
So like you were able to express yourself a wee bit, but then obviously with that there's a wee bit of like
Stinkers.
people get like the fancy shoe or something like all the fancy tracksuit bottoms or
Yeah. That's why I'm grateful for a
and
uniform.
I
thought
do.
it
I have to say, I
annoyed
do. I agree
trying
with
to
the
pick out
uniform
shit every
because
day.
That's
it
why
makes
it's
everybody
good.
the same.
But there was like a moment where obviously like going to school we would have played football before school and like during lunchtime and stuff.
Mhm.
So like all the boys stopped wearing like shoes and then they started wearing like gutties.
Gutties.
And like and it ramped up, so it used to be like we would have been alright going in a wee pair of Lonsdale plimsolls, like and that would have done. But then everybody started wearing
Buggy. Well, what did you call the plimsoll? A black plimsoll.
Brogy Bugadoo.
Brogy bugadoo.
I thought what is there the wee black ones that had like, the
Brogy
wee black bit on the
bugadoo.
toe
So
Yeah.
you had to wear everybody had a pair of Brogy Bugadoo. Like
for
that you had to
PE.
for indoor PE?
Yeah.
Yes. Or we just called them plimsolls.
Yeah, plimsolls are a bit in Irish.
But in
school,
Irish
it's
it's
brogy bugadoo.
Brogy Bugadoo, which is just little black shoes.
Little black shoes.
Because it's black dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would the little black dress be then?
And Guna Bug do.
Gonna bug do.
But you know, like up in
That's
the,
what I say whenever I look in the mirror. I go, it's gonna fucking do something anyway. It's gonna fucking do.
Gonna fucking
like-
do.
Gonna fucking do.
like Guna, like we say like Guna in Irish, but like if you go up to the north of Scotland, you know what we would call a shift,
Yeah.
they would call a goonie.
Right.
Yeah.
A goonie.
A goodie. But whenever you said shift there, I thought you meant like the way culture say, will you see my mate?
Oh, no. A shift is like a big, like night dress.
Aye, like a
Like a big
See,
shift.
I think like a slip.
A
Is
slip? Yes.
Yes.
A big shift.
A big shift.
Running
Your granny
around
got a big shift in them night dresses.
People out in
I tell you.
and I'm running about here in my shift.
Did you see that meme?
Means you
when it
hardly
goes,
wear nothing.
You can buy your Victoria's Secret all you like, girls, but these are the kind of night dresses that had your granda giving your granny his whole fucking wage and 10 kids.
Oh, wow. Just leave
You know what I mean?
Put my nightie down, leave my tidy. I'm trying to get sleep.
Yeah, just
to
try
get
not
up.
to wake me up.
Don't wake me up.
You know what I mean?
Just leave my tidy.
But at one stage, the style was for everybody to get these total 90 like gutties, right?
Is your air bubble trail?
And the problem with them was that they were porous.
Oh,
So
they let the water in.
So, like, imagine going in, playing football, and being sweaty. They were meant to be worn for, like, an hour or, like, 2 hours, you know, for,
Trainer
like,
shoes.
exercise.
Yes. Not wait for all day for
So,
like
we
Then
were
there's
going
kids who
in,
are sleeping in them.
playing in them,
prepubescent children.
and then sitting all day in these sweaty, porous shoes.
Uh,
And then playing in them again, and then going home and playing in them out in the street. So, within, like, a week, they were very odoriferous.
they were very
You were
different.
odoriferous.
the
Your
word-
whole child was odoriferous.
But they were
Aye.
that dear, you know what I mean? That,
Yeah,
like,
I know you were getting your word out of them.
yeah, I'm always like, well, you're not. I was going, well, they're stinking. You know what I mean?
We just stuck them in a wee. We just stuck them in a wee pillowcase and stuck them in the washing machine.
But did and
Double track
I
them,
came home every day and left them out the back, and, all,
Aye.
and like
You couldn't have.
we used to buy the wee odor eaters and all for the thing.
Yeah, odor eaters.
But
Do you know
our
odor
classroom
eaters.
stunk like.
Have you ever had like I'm not naming any names, but my sister worked in a chemist, and we as a family tend to have very weak stomachs anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, you see me almost spoke up my own esophagus there talking about something.
Yes.
But
Your insides were inside out.
we're inside out. She was in the chemist before and she was on her break or on her lunch or whatever it was. She was having one of those wee porridges in the boat, you know, that you make
Yes.
yourself. And she was eating, I tell a lie, it was a Muller rice.
Muller
Right,
rice.
she
I
was
love
eating
them.
a
Do you like
Muller-
Muller rice?
She was eating a wee Muller rice. And she said she heard the bell going and she went, you know what, I'll just, you know, whenever, like she had a mouthful of Muller rice. She was behind the counter and this woman walked in who could only be described as having halitosis.
Oh,
like,
jeez.
do you know that's whenever, you know, it's coming from the gut?
Like she's
somebody-
polished off a plate of shite
Damn.
sandwiches.
Or,
Yeah, absolutely. Like
Mary
she-
Poppins disorder.
Oh,
Yeah.
what about that? Mary Poppins.
Actually, Helen.
Actually, halitosis. Yeah, that's brilliant.
And it's like, you feel like that. You're like your sister felt like Linda Hamilton, that did it in Terminator.
I
And then
always think about that. No, well, do you know what she did?
What? Both.
The woman went,
Bearing in mind she had a mouthful of like.
can I
Muller.
get, and she said, like, I was quite far away from her, but it hit me, and she went like that, and it was just all rice pudding.
Oh god.
Muller rice.
All over the desk.
Everywhere, all over. And it was actually the pharmacist had to come out and go, just you go back in there and I will deal with this. Do you know what I mean? She says she's never eaten a Muller rice from it.
I can
Aye.
understand
Do
that.
you ever get that when you poke something up, you can never eat it again?
You're just, that's it now, it's
I-
done.
That's why I like the likes of like warm fruit. And all. That's why that turns me. See, like the thought of banana fritters and all.
Oh, you.
I
couldn't
Were
eat
you
that.
sick before?
Eating an apple crumble.
Oh,
You
really?
couldn't eat an apple pie or an apple crumble or
No.
anything like
And
that.
I used to love that.
Oh,
I used to
that's
love getting an apple
sad.
pie.
I used to get a chicken tikka kebab all the time, and I got one night.
I was,
and
if anybody was watching me, they'll have caught me going like this. And I was trying to work out all the elements of what that meant.
chicken tikka kebab, like, you know, in naan or in not
pita?
naan, in pita bread.
That sounds great.
And I loved it. I
Which
used
my
to get
mummy
one
thought was called Peter.
Peter bread. Pita. But you know,
Plastic, no.
But my brother's called Peter. It's like their Peter bread.
there's a
No, wee
fucking-
Peter.
there's an Indian called Pita Pan, right? And I thought it was a gag, and then Curtis was like, "But it's pita," and I was like, "You're saying it wrong." So what's the point in the pun? It's pita bread.
It's pita. It probably is more pita bread because I's in these other languages tend to be pronounced as an E,
Yeah.
like
so
pita bread.
Pita bread.
I would say pita bread.
So
The
that-
best, I love pita. So pita pan. There's a place. There's a chippy in Newton Ards called Cod Almighty,
Oh, get away! That's
and there's
brilliant.
a Cod Father.
And,
Yes,
oh
I've
my
seen
god.
Oh my God.
There's also hairdressers down beside Finicky called Curl Up and Die.
Curl up and die.
I love that.
There is
my ma's sewing shop is called So Perfect.
I love that. That is
perfect.
adorable.
There is
There's one called So It Seems on the Lisburn Road.
I've seen that. So it's and there's what's it called? Like do you know, like cameras, like security. It's like security technology in Ballyclare called BDI.
BDI.
The letters BDI.
Brilliant.
That
BDI.
is the best. Wait, my Alan and I had walked past it like millions of times. And I looked at it and I thought, what is this? What does it actually do? And then do you know whenever like you get a pun or you get it and it goes, and you're like, this is a BDI. That's brilliant.
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
No Chick-fil-A.
Got it. I got it. BDI. That is fucking genius.
BDI.
Take a bow, son. Take a bow.
Here he is where I made that up. I was reading a book.
BDI, do you want to sponsor us?
I was reading a book on the hairdressers and it was set in Yorkshire and the hairdresser's called Tint Natural.
Tint Natural. That is fucking brilliant. Tint Natural.
Look at her. Tint Natural.
Oh fuck, that is brilliant. That is absolute. Actually, do you know what? Yeah.
Hats off to that.
Well done. Hats off. Hats off.
Tint
You won't
Natural.
belong getting frostbite. Do you know what I've been meaning to ask you? Does anybody else's parents like the way they never give you a straight answer as a child?
Uh-huh.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what's for dinner? Did you ever get this?
Stew bugs and onions.
Stew bugs and onions.
Stew bugs and we got shaped with sugar on top.
That's a very Belfast thing because we wouldn't
it?
have said that. I've heard loads of Belfast people's mummies and daddies would say shake with sugar on top.
we're
I got
vulgar
stewed
as
bugs
fuck.
and onions.
I got stewed bugs and onions.
But my stepdad, he still does this thing, and it really, really gets on my nerves. So you go to him like, "Where's the hairbrush?" And he would go, "In the hairbrushery," or
In the hairbrushery.
in the hairbrushery, or you'd go, has anybody seen, but he would actually get you for a minute, you go, has anybody seen the window cleaner? He'd go, I have, it's in the window cleanery, and he would think he was so funny, and you would want to wring his neck, but now I'm like, should I start doing that? No, I'm not going to do it.
Break the cycle.
But then,
Break the cycle of generational trauma.
break it, I'm breaking it, it ends with me.
It is.
Yeah. But my uncle James, he would go to him, like if you were looking for something, you'd go, Uncle James, have you got a spade I can borrow? And he'd go, no, but I have a picture of, or I have a sister in Australia, if it's any good to you. You know the way you were saying about your aunt?
Aunt in America. What's your aunt?
No, but I have a sister in Australia. Or else you would go like, can I have a land of your Hoover? He'd go, no, but I have a picture of a horse lying down, if it's any good to you. Do you know what I mean? Like, he just couldn't give you...
He couldn't say, I says, aye, there you go. So, do you know what? I'll need it, but you can get another. I would phone the house. So my nana, years later, whenever we were allowed to have a phone, I would phone the house, and I know it was a big thing. I'm just saying, when we weren't allowed, once we were allowed to have a phone, it was like, oh, this is class, but we were slightly afraid to use it.
Sorry. Oh, sorry, I didn't make you on there, but we use
My phone story's boring you.
No, it's not. I'm just fucking exhausted. I don't know whether or not I need a shit or a haircut before kids.
Just phoning it in. But she, I would phone. So I'd be like, phone the house, Mummy's not home. She must be in Nana's house. So I phone Nana's house and I go, hey Nana, is my mummy there? And she would go, yes, son.
Yes, son. And that was it?
That was it.
Oh, the fucking bastards.
Oh, that's dead on, then that's okay. I was just checking. I'm just doing a quick head check of where all my family members are. Who else is there so they know where she is?
Yeah.
Or my grandma would go, I'll go get you somebody who's going to be a good day. What would he say? I'm no good day, I'll go get somebody else.
I'm no good. Oh, at least he would say that. I love opening things with, would you like to speak to the man in charge or the woman who knows what's happening?
Knows what's happening.
Aye, absolutely.
Bouquet, residents.
Bouquet!
Bouquet.
Do you know,
Richard!
Do you know my wee Aunt Sadie? Well, she was more like a grandmother.
I love the name. You don't understand. I love the name Sadie.
Do you?
I love the name Sadie. Wee Sadie.
Our wee Sadie. And she was a wee Sadie.
There's always a big Sadie. There's big.
There's big Sadie.
How you doing?
Yeah, big Sadie. But then you get a wee Sadie. She was a wee Sadie. She was a wee dope. Like. But you know, because obviously, I just would like to say, like, all of our fathers were sometimes otherwise engaged to other people. But like, you know, here, there and everywhere. Some are in jail, some are away, some are home.
Some are dads.
Somewhere.
Some are dads, some are nuts.
Somewhere. Yeah.
Somewhere.
Somewhere, dad.
Somewhere.
But whenever you rang me Aunt Sadie,
just again, not we mouse. Somewhere out there beneath the pale moonlight.
Oh my God, Yes, what was that? The wee
American Tail.
American Tail.
Five all. This is my friend, Philly Moskowitz.
I must watch that again.
This is like, but I think you like somewhere when your dad's somewhere.
Yeah, when your dad's somewhere does. But I didn't realize that this was a thing until like all the cousins were together, and I remember I said to my cousin, I was like, "Do you remember you used to ring Aunt Sadie's house and ask for your dad?"
Sorry, just slobbered there.
Say it, don't spread. He asked for the news, not the weather.
Not the weather.
But I used to go. Used to ring my Aunt Sadie's house up anyway and go, "Hi, Aunt Sadie, is my daddy there?" And she would go, "Which one's your daddy, love?" That was her wee answer, because she had the halfway house. Everybody went there. That was your address you went to whenever you get out of jail or whatnot. Do you know what I mean?
You could say at Sadie's house.
You'd say Sadie's house.
You knew you got a friend in the
She'd
morning.
go, "Which one?" But I remember saying that, and my cousin going, "She used to say that to me too. She used to say..." But
Which
obviously,
one's your dad?
which one's your daddy? Which one's your daddy? Which one's your daddy?
Which one's your daddy?
Because it was just like, "Hello, residents," or what is it? Ambassador for Lost Children.
Hello, Dad's on the run. How can I help
Yes.
you? How can we help you locate your father?
Yes, just leave it with me. Have you seen that? But before we come to the end of this episode, I would like to give you a public service announcement. Do you know
Yes,
that
eh?
fucking the way they do think that we old women are great at fainting? You think there's that Maureen 1182122. Do you know how much it is to phone Maureen and ask her about fucking a gentleman from Jarrow who just needs a joiler?
No.
It's like it goes to the end like.
Terms
Terms and conditions apply. It is £3 for the initial minute, but £4.25 for every minute after that.
Jesus.
The minimum charge.
What
will
if
be
Maureen's like us
£3.
here? Well, I'm a hank.
Do you know what I was thinking? It'd be quicker.
Couldn't help you.
Oh, son, I wish I couldn't help you. You've come, listen, so you see, now see if you'd have been, see if the other Maureen was in the day, but I'm the Maureen that does the
What is it you're looking?
Geology.
Right, hold on. There used to be a fella down the road. Now related. Do you know?
See, now I come to think of it, I think he's dead and buried. God bless him.
God rest.
God rest his wee soul. His wife took it awful
Look at my
hard.
wee address book here. Look.
No, we roll it back. Hold on.
And it is, it's like us here.
It's like me grannies that always are in front of you when you're in a fucking hurry counting out their pennies.
Do you see? And do you remember like in the post office of the wee sponge?
Yes.
Do you
I
know what I'm
always
talking
wanted a post office so as I could go. Do you know what I mean?
My aunt used to work in the boogies.
Oh,
She used to be dead quick. No, it's like no money.
money.
As I always used to say about my dad, like, you know, the thing about it is he might not have been there very much, but because he went to the bookies a lot, we could all definitely write because the house was full of bookies pens.
Oh,
Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
the
It
wee
was class.
tiny
The wee blue bookies pens.
And they
you'd
always
have.
had a really long nib on them.
Okay, I had bookies.
That would be like
Like your dad.
I had bookies pens in my like pencil case to go to school with.
Poor David, he hasn't got any shoes on, but that's why you know he doesn't because it's big.
Did I say this before on here that I used to sell stuff in school?
Yeah,
Yes.
you used to go into the bookies and
So I
just
used to
grab a
go
load
in
of the pens.
the bookies and get my aunt to give me all the bookies pens.
Well,
And then I used to go in and sell them. in
See,
school.
yeah, you
bookies
didn't tell
pens.
us it was your aunt worked in the bookies.
Oh,
She had an
Jesus,
inside
so we-
contact.
what auntie was it?
The Maureen.
He's not. 11821. You'd be quicker phone the sex line and cheaper.
Google it.
Do you know what I mean? You could phone up one of them dirty bitches
Fucking
and she'd be
Google
like,
it. You don't need
"What is
Maureen."
it? You want me to put my finger on?" I'd be like, "I just need you to put your finger on a number for me." They'd have it for you quicker.
But it's Maureen. I've never seen this.
And it would
advert.
be- it would be cheaper.
Is she like Yellow Pages?
Have you never heard Maureen 118-212 on the radio?
No.
Last week I had someone call me looking for a replacement hamster. We'll say nothing about that. Or a gentleman from Jarrow who just needs a joiler. I've absolutely no idea who just walked past and waved, but I waved anyway because it's polite.
It's polite to wave. Do you ever do that there with your granny, but walking up and down the street and they go, "Well, what about you?" And you go, "Who's that, Nana? No idea."
No,
No.
I know.
She's
Well. No, and then some of them start to go, well.
well.
You did
What?
all right. That's great.
They'll always fade somebody in common though.
Well.
I can't stop you. I'm so sorry. It's not my fault. It's the children.
That's the childer here.
They're a bunch of bastards, but we're about to. We're about to.
On that note.
On that note, please subscribe to our Patreon where we're going to go over. I'm going to have an energy drink or something and fucking rack.
Thank you for tuning into this particular
and
broadcast.
if you're watching this, I am going to be with David in Downpatrick next week.
It's It's gonna be a gig.
I can't. A city I rode and I thittered and I laughed to tell you it was a gig.
Oh, here I laughed.
And here, and do you know what?
I laughed. Oh, well, listen, you know me, Bronagh.
I
I love a laugh.
You know me.
I went to see her
know
once.
something like that.
No, I don't really appreciate that blue humour now, but you know, it was still funny now, but I wouldn't,
Bronagh
you know.
is good. And see your man David, he's brilliant as well.
He's brilliant as